Breakups, they're brutal, aren't they? You've been there, nights spent tossing and turning, questions swirling endlessly in your mind. What did I do wrong? How could she just walk away? These thoughts, as natural as they are, can quickly trap you in a cycle of self-doubt and regret. But what if I told you that this heartbreak could become your most powerful turning point? What if, instead of wallowing in despair, you could emerge stronger, more confident, and truly irresistible, not just to her, but to anyone who crosses your path? Now, here's the kicker. It's not about revenge. It's not about playing games to make her miss you. This is about you, about harnessing the power of Stoicism, leveling up in ways you never thought possible, and letting your newfound strength and purpose speak louder than any words ever could. The truth is, we often fall into common traps after a breakup. Obsessing over what we can't control, desperately seeking validation, or holding on to false hope. These habits do nothing but chip away at your dignity and peace of mind. But today, I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be this way. You have the power to flip the script entirely. What lies ahead are 10 transformative rules, steeped in ancient wisdom and modern practicality. They'll help you rebuild from the ground up, not just to move on, but to thrive. By the time we're done, you won't just make her regret losing you, you'll barely recognize the man you once were. Ready to dive in? Let's start with the first and most crucial step on this journey: striving for excellence. Rule 1. Strive for excellence, becoming the best version of yourself. What's the first thing most people do after a breakup? They sit around feeling sorry for themselves, replaying every moment of the relationship, wondering what they could have done differently. But here's the truth. Self-pity will get you nowhere. The man who sits idle while licking his wounds is only digging himself into a deeper hole. And that's not you. You're here to rise, to turn pain into purpose, and to become a force so magnetic, so unshakably confident, that she'll look back and wonder how she ever let you go. Let me ask you, when was the last time you truly invested in yourself? Not for her, not for anyone else, but for you. This is your golden opportunity, a clean slate to chase excellence in every corner of your life. Picture yourself as a sculptor, and the raw material in front of you is your life. With each deliberate action, you're chiseling away the unnecessary, revealing the masterpiece within. First, let's talk about your physical health. Think of your body as a temple. How can you expect to feel confident and powerful if you're neglecting the very vessel that carries you? Now is the time to hit the gym, not just to look good, but to feel unstoppable. Every push-up, every mile run, every weight lifted is a reminder of your strength and resilience. You're not just working out to get a six-pack, you're doing it because a disciplined body breeds a disciplined mind. But let's not stop there. Excellence isn't just about how you look, it's about how you think and what you achieve. What are your professional goals? Is there a skill you've always wanted to learn? A side hustle you've been putting off? Now is the time to dive in. Success breeds confidence, and nothing is more attractive than a man who knows his worth and is unafraid to chase his dreams. Take a moment to reflect. What's one area of your life that deep down you know you've been neglecting? How can you start working on it today? Remember, Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." That obstacle, whether it's your heartbreak, your insecurities, or your self-doubt, holds within it the seeds of your greatest triumph. And here's the beauty of this transformation. As you strive for excellence, something incredible happens. You stop seeking external validation. You no longer need her or anyone else to tell you you're worthy. Your growth, your progress, your unshakable commitment to becoming the best version of yourself becomes its own reward. And as you thrive, as you radiate confidence and purpose, people will naturally take notice, including her. Imagine this. Months from now, you're at a social gathering. You've built the body you've always wanted. You've excelled in your career, and you walk into the room exuding a quiet, undeniable power. She's there too, and she can't help but steal glances your way. Her mind races. What happened to him? How did he transform like this? In that moment, it's clear she regrets losing you. But here's the twist. By then, you'll have grown so much that her regret will be nothing more than a faint echo in the background of your extraordinary life. So what's stopping you from taking that first step toward excellence? Remember, this isn't about proving her wrong, it's about proving yourself right. It's about embracing the principles of Stoicism, focusing on what you can control, and letting go of everything else. Because the man who masters himself is the man who conquers the world. And that's just the beginning. Ready to dive deeper? Let's move on to the next rule, one that's all about finding peace and power through forgiveness and closure. Stay with me. Rule 2. Embrace forgiveness and closure. Free yourself to move forward. Let's be honest. Forgiveness is one of the hardest pills to swallow after a breakup. When someone walks away from you, leaving a trail of unanswered questions and emotional wreckage, the last thing on your mind is letting go. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Holding on to anger and resentment doesn't hurt her, it hurts you. The weight of bitterness is a burden you carry, and it keeps you tethered to the very pain you're trying to escape. So, how do you let go? How do you reach a point where you can truly forgive, not for her sake, but for your own peace of mind? It starts with a radical shift in perspective. Forgiveness isn't about condoning her actions or pretending the hurt didn't happen. It's about reclaiming your power. By forgiving her, you're not saying what you did is okay. You're saying, I refuse to let your actions dictate my emotional state any longer. Now think about this. Have you ever carried something heavy for too long, maybe a suitcase or a backpack? At first it feels manageable, but over time the weight becomes unbearable. That's what holding on to resentment feels like. You might not realize it right away, but every grudge, every unresolved emotion is like a stone in that metaphorical backpack. It slows you down, drains your energy, and clouds your judgment. Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's greatest minds, reminds us to focus on what we can control. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. You can't change the past. You can't undo her decision to leave. But what you can do is choose how you respond. Forgiveness is that choice. It's the decision to put down the heavy load, to unburden yourself and walk forward with renewed strength. Here's a practical way to start. Write her a letter. No, don't send it. This isn't about opening old wounds or seeking validation. It's about getting everything off your chest, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Write about the pain, the lessons learned, and ultimately, the gratitude for what the experience taught you. Once you've written it, destroy it, burn it, shred it, do whatever feels symbolic to you. This act of release is your declaration. I'm done carrying this weight. And here's the magic of forgiveness. When you free yourself from resentment, you create space for growth and happiness. You're no longer defined by the hurt. Instead, you're defined by your resilience and wisdom. Imagine her seeing this transformation. While she's stuck in the same patterns, you've moved on, radiating peace and confidence. She'll notice, and she'll regret. Not because you forced it, but because your growth makes it impossible to ignore. Now let me ask you, what's one thing you've been holding on to that you're ready to release? Take a moment to reflect, and if you're comfortable, share it in the comments. Forgiveness is a journey, and your story could inspire someone else on their path to healing. Before we move on to the next rule, if you're finding value in this, don't forget to hit that like button. It's a simple action, but it helps spread these powerful Stoic principles to more people who need them. And while you're at it, share your thoughts below. What's been your biggest challenge in letting go? Your insights could be the spark that someone else needs to start their journey toward closure. Together we grow stronger. Let's keep moving forward. Rule 3. Avoid idolizing your ex. Reclaim your perspective. When a relationship ends, it's easy to fall into the trap of idolizing your ex. You might find yourself reminiscing about her smile, the way she laughed, or how she seemed to understand you like no one else ever could. Over time, this pedestal you've placed her on grows taller and taller until she's no longer just a person, she's the person. The one you believe you'll never replace. But let's pause for a moment and reflect. Is this perception grounded in reality, or is it fueled by the haze of heartbreak? Here's the hard truth. By idealizing her, you're doing a disservice to yourself. You're not seeing the full picture. Yes, she had her good qualities, everybody does. But if she was truly your perfect match, would she have left? The answer lies in the wisdom of Stoicism. All things, including relationships, are transient. Nothing lasts forever, and clinging to an idealized version of your ex only prevents you from seeing life's broader possibilities. Think about this. How often have you magnified someone's positive traits after they're gone, while conveniently brushing aside their flaws? It's a common defense mechanism. We want to preserve the good memories because they provide comfort, but in doing so, we create a distorted reality. This isn't love, it's a form of self-delusion. True love, as the Stoics teach, is rooted in clarity and acceptance, not in an idealized fantasy. Instead of putting her on a pedestal, shift your focus inward. Ask yourself, what qualities do I value in a partner? More importantly, what qualities do I bring to the table? By redefining your standards and understanding your worth, you set the stage for healthier, more fulfilling relationships in the future. The person you're meant to be with won't require you to idolize them. They'll walk beside you as an equal, sharing life's joys and challenges. There's another crucial aspect to this. When you stop idealizing your ex, you reclaim your power. No one should have the ability to make you feel lesser, especially someone who's no longer in your life. Remember, by placing her on a pedestal, you're diminishing your own value. But the moment you step back and see her for who she truly was, flaws and all, you regain your perspective. You remind yourself that she was just one chapter in your story, not the entire book. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, famously advised us to keep our attachments in check. He said, "When you are delighted with anything, be delighted as one who realizes that it is a dream." This isn't to say you should downplay the joy you experienced, but rather to approach it with a balanced mindset. By understanding that life is fleeting, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering. This applies to relationships too. She was a significant part of your journey, but she's not the destination. Now, imagine the liberation that comes with this mindset. No longer weighed down by false ideals, you're free to explore new connections. You begin to notice the incredible variety of people around you, each with their own unique qualities. Where once you saw only her, now you see endless possibilities. You realize that happiness doesn't hinge on one person, it comes from within and grows stronger as you embrace life's many experiences. In time, this shift in perspective will become your greatest strength. You'll carry yourself with a calm assurance, knowing that your worth isn't tied to any single relationship. And while she might come to regret her decision, captivated by the confident, grounded man you've become, you'll know that your transformation wasn't for her, it was for you. And that's the most powerful kind of growth there is. Rule 4. Become invisible. Master the art of disappearing. When someone breaks your heart, there's an almost irresistible urge to stay visible in their life. You might find yourself checking their social media, dropping subtle hints, or casually bumping into them in places you know they frequent. It feels like staying connected, even indirectly, might remind them of what they've lost. But here's the reality. The more you linger in her world, the more you diminish your own value. To truly make her regret losing you, sometimes the most powerful move is to vanish completely. Becoming invisible doesn't mean disappearing in anger or bitterness. It's not about ghosting or playing games. Instead, it's a deliberate act of self-preservation and growth. When you withdraw from her life, you're creating space, not just for her to feel your absence, but more importantly, for you to focus on yourself. This is where the wisdom of Stoicism comes into play. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." In other words, rise above. Show your strength not through confrontation, but through quiet, unwavering confidence. Imagine this scenario. She reaches out to you with a casual text, maybe something as simple as, "Hey, how are you?" In the past, you might have jumped at the opportunity, eager to re-establish a connection. But not now. Instead of responding immediately or at all, you take a step back. By doing so, you're sending a clear message. I'm not here to fill the void when it's convenient for you. This act of restraint speaks volumes, often louder than any words ever could. Now let's delve deeper into why this works. When someone becomes accustomed to your constant presence, they begin to take it for granted. Your availability becomes the norm, and its value diminishes. But when you remove yourself from the equation, you disrupt that dynamic. Suddenly, there's a gap where you used to be, a silence where there was once steady communication. This absence creates a void that she can't ignore, forcing her to confront the reality of life without you. And here's the beauty of becoming invisible. It gives you time and space to grow. While she's left wondering what you're up to, you're busy building a better version of yourself. Use this period of withdrawal to pursue your goals, explore new interests, and cultivate your inner strength. Travel to places that inspire you, pick up that hobby you've always been curious about, or simply spend time reflecting on your journey. Each of these actions is a step toward becoming the man you've always aspired to be. Epictetus, another great Stoic philosopher, reminds us that we can only control our own actions and responses. He said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By choosing to disappear gracefully, you're exercising control over your narrative. You're showing that you don't need to be seen or heard to prove your worth. Your silence becomes a powerful statement, a testament to your self-respect and independence. As the days and weeks go by, she will start to notice the change. Where once she could predict your every move, now there's mystery. She may find herself checking your social media, hoping for a glimpse into your life, or asking mutual friends about you. But the answers will be elusive. This air of uncertainty amplifies her curiosity and eventually her regret. She begins to wonder, did I make a mistake? But here's the twist. By the time she comes to this realization, you'll have moved on in ways she never expected. The man she left behind will be a shadow of the confident, self-assured individual you've become. And while she may seek to re-enter your life, you'll be the one deciding whether or not she deserves a place in your new world. Invisibility, then, is not an act of retreat but a strategy of growth. It's about stepping away from the noise and distractions to focus on what truly matters. Your journey, your evolution, and your unshakable sense of self. By mastering this art, you not only regain your power, but also set the stage for a future where you're in control, regardless of whether she's a part of it or not. Rule 5. Reclaim joy and freedom. Rediscover life's simple pleasures. After a breakup, it's easy to fall into the trap of dwelling on what's been lost. The late-night conversations, the shared experiences, even the little routines you once had together can haunt you. But here's the thing. Life's joys were never confined to that relationship. They're still out there waiting for you to embrace them. In fact, this is your chance to rediscover the parts of yourself that may have been sidelined while you were together. Let me ask you, what brought you joy before you met her? Was it the thrill of gaming late into the night? The quiet satisfaction of reading a good book? Maybe it was the adrenaline rush of playing sports or creating music. Whatever it was, it's time to reconnect with those passions. Breakups can feel like endings, but in truth, they're opportunities, moments to explore life in ways you might have forgotten. Here's a powerful thought. When was the last time you did something purely for yourself? Something that made you smile without needing anyone else's approval. Now is the time to make those moments a regular part of your life again. Watch that series you've been meaning to binge. Pick up that guitar collecting dust in the corner. Dive into the hobbies and activities that make you lose track of time. Each step you take toward reclaiming your happiness strengthens your sense of independence and self-worth. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." By immersing yourself in life's simple pleasures, you're practicing this very wisdom. You're learning to find contentment in the here and now, without the need for someone else to complete you. And here's the unexpected bonus. This renewed zest for life makes you incredibly attractive. There's nothing more captivating than someone who genuinely enjoys their own company. Now, think about how this shift in energy will be perceived. Imagine her scrolling through social media, only to stumble upon a picture of you hiking through scenic trails, laughing with friends, or showcasing a new skill you've mastered. It's not about making her jealous. It's about living your life so fully that she can't help but notice. The man she left behind is thriving, and it's a powerful reminder of what she's missing. But let's take this a step further. Life isn't just about rediscovering old joys, it's about finding new ones. Try something completely out of your comfort zone. Ever wanted to learn how to salsa dance? Go for it. Curious about cooking exotic cuisines? Sign up for a class. By stepping into the unknown, you're not only expanding your horizons but also building resilience, a cornerstone of Stoicism. Each new experience adds another layer to your character, making you more dynamic and self-assured. As you embark on this journey of rediscovery, I want to hear from you. What's one activity or hobby you're excited to dive back into? Or maybe there's something new you've always wanted to try but never made time for. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your journey could inspire someone else to take that first step toward reclaiming their joy. And if this resonates with you, don't forget to hit the like button. It's a small action, but it helps spread this message to others who might need a reminder that life doesn't end with a breakup, it begins anew. Together, let's create a community where we celebrate growth, resilience, and the endless possibilities that come with embracing life's simple pleasures. Rule 6. Build a strong support network. Lean on those who uplift you. In the aftermath of a breakup, there's a tendency to isolate yourself, to retreat into solitude and bear the weight of your pain alone. While moments of introspection are vital, healing is not a solo endeavor. Humans are social beings, and our strength often lies in the connections we forge with others. Now is the time to surround yourself with people who uplift you: friends, family, mentors, those who see your potential and want nothing more than to see you thrive. Let's be clear. Leaning on others doesn't mean wallowing in pity or rehashing every painful detail of your breakup. It's about seeking out positive, supportive relationships that provide perspective, encouragement, and at times, a much-needed distraction. True friends will remind you of your worth when you've forgotten it, and they'll push you to get back on your feet when you're tempted to stay down. Think of Marcus Aurelius, who even as a Stoic emperor, often turned to his close circle of advisors for wisdom and guidance. He understood that strength comes not only from within but also from those who walk alongside us. Similarly, your support network serves as a mirror, reflecting your best qualities and helping you stay grounded when emotions threaten to overwhelm you. Consider this. When was the last time you truly opened up to someone you trust, not to vent or complain, but to share your journey honestly? Vulnerability, when shared with the right people, is a source of immense strength. It fosters deeper connections and reminds you that you're not alone in your struggles. As you navigate this chapter, lean into those connections. Whether it's a late-night phone call with a trusted friend, a casual coffee chat, or even a group activity that gets you out of the house, these moments of genuine connection are invaluable. But building a strong support network isn't just about seeking help, it's about giving back as well. Relationships thrive on reciprocity. Be there for others in their times of need, offering a listening ear or a helping hand. This not only strengthens your bond, but also reinforces your sense of purpose and belonging. In helping others, you often find healing yourself. Another key benefit of a strong support system is the perspective it offers. Sometimes, when you're caught in the throes of heartbreak, it's hard to see beyond your immediate pain. Friends and family can provide that outside viewpoint, reminding you of the bigger picture and helping you refocus on what truly matters. They'll challenge you to grow, to learn from your experiences, and to approach life with renewed vigor. Let's not forget the social aspect of healing. Spending time with others can be a powerful antidote to loneliness. Attend gatherings, join clubs, or participate in community events. These interactions not only keep you engaged, but also open the door to new relationships and opportunities. You never know who you might meet: a kindred spirit, a new mentor, or even someone who reknits your faith in love. In the end, your support network serves as a safety net, catching you when you stumble and propelling you forward when you're ready to soar. With their encouragement, you'll find the strength to face life's challenges with resilience and grace, embodying the Stoic principle of drawing strength from both within and around you. As you rebuild your life, remember, you are never truly alone. Rule 7. Enhance your appearance and confidence. Let your presence speak for itself. After a breakup, it's easy to let yourself go, feeling as though nothing matters anymore. But now is the time to flip the script. One of the most impactful ways to make her regret losing you is by leveling up your appearance and confidence. It's not about superficial vanity or seeking validation, it's about reflecting the inner transformation you're undergoing. When you take pride in how you present yourself, you radiate a quiet power that commands respect and attention. Start with the basics. Your wardrobe, grooming, and posture are all elements within your control. Take a good, hard look at your current style. Does it project confidence and self-respect? If not, it's time for an upgrade. Invest in well-fitted clothes that highlight your physique and complement your personality. Even subtle changes like a sharp blazer or a pair of polished shoes can elevate your entire look. You don't need to overhaul your closet overnight, but each thoughtful addition will build a more refined, intentional image. Grooming is just as crucial. A fresh haircut, a clean shave or well-maintained beard, and attention to details like skincare can make a world of difference. When you look good, you feel good, and that energy is infectious. Confidence isn't about arrogance, it's about carrying yourself in a way that shows you value who you are. Remember, when you respect yourself, others will naturally follow suit. But appearance alone isn't enough. True confidence comes from within, and it's built through action and self-awareness. Stand tall, make eye contact, and speak with conviction. These small but powerful gestures communicate self-assurance without saying a word. Pay attention to your body language, how you enter a room, how you interact with others. Confidence is as much about presence as it is about appearance. Now, let's explore the deeper connection between appearance and confidence through the lens of Stoicism. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the idea of living in accordance with nature, which includes presenting your best self to the world. Epictetus reminds us that while we cannot control external events, we can control our actions and choices, including how we care for ourselves. By cultivating an appearance that aligns with your inner values, you're practicing self-mastery and discipline, hallmarks of a Stoic life. Imagine the ripple effect of this transformation. You walk into a room, your presence undeniable. Conversations shift, heads turn. Even those who once overlooked you now take notice, drawn to the aura of self-assurance you've cultivated. And what about her? The woman who thought she had you figured out. She sees the man you've become, poised, polished, and utterly self-reliant. It's a powerful reminder of the strength and potential she underestimated. But this isn't about impressing her or anyone else. The real victory lies in how you feel about yourself. When you dress well, groom thoughtfully, and carry yourself with confidence, you're making a statement. I am worthy of respect and admiration. This mindset will not only help you navigate the aftermath of a breakup, but will also set the tone for every interaction and relationship moving forward. Your external transformation becomes a mirror of your internal growth. It signals to the world and to yourself that you're not defined by your past, but are fully invested in your future. The man who takes charge of his appearance and confidence is a man who takes charge of his life. And that, my friend, is a force to be reckoned with. Rule 8. Focus on self-improvement. Become a lifelong learner. Breakups have a way of exposing areas of our lives that we may have neglected. Perhaps you've realized that you let certain goals or passions slip away, or maybe you've been too comfortable staying the same. Now is the perfect moment to embrace a new mantra: continuous self-improvement. Not because you need to prove anything to her, but because life is too short to stay stagnant. Growth is your most powerful tool, and the possibilities for improvement are endless. Let's start with skill building. Is there something you've always wanted to learn but never made time for? Maybe it's a new language, playing an instrument, or mastering a technical skill like coding or graphic design. Each of these pursuits not only broadens your horizons but also builds discipline and confidence. When you challenge yourself to learn, you're telling the world and yourself that you're capable of growth and evolution. Take a moment to reflect. What are your passions? What skills would enhance your career or enrich your personal life? Now is the time to invest in them. The great Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." This timeless wisdom reminds us that self-improvement is a lifelong journey, not a destination. Beyond skills, think about your mindset. Personal growth isn't just about external achievements. It's also about cultivating inner resilience. Consider exploring meditation or journaling as tools to deepen your self-awareness. These practices help you manage stress, clarify your goals, and stay grounded amid life's challenges. As you grow emotionally and intellectually, you'll find yourself better equipped to handle whatever life throws your way. Now picture this. Months from now, you've made significant progress. You've learned to play the piano, advanced in your career, or mastered a new sport. Not only are you more skilled, but you're also more confident, disciplined, and self-assured. She sees this change, perhaps through mutual friends or social media, and she can't help but take notice. The man she left behind is unrecognizable, not because of some superficial change, but because of the deep, meaningful growth you've achieved. But here's the kicker. By the time she realizes what she lost, you'll be so far ahead on your journey of self-improvement that her opinion will no longer hold sway. Your satisfaction will come from your own progress, not from seeking her validation. This is the essence of Stoicism. Focusing on what you can control, your own growth and development, and letting go of what you cannot. As you pursue this path, remember that you're not alone. Growth is a collective experience, and sharing your journey can inspire others. What's one skill or habit you've recently picked up that's made a difference in your life? Or perhaps there's something you're excited to start learning. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story could be the motivation someone else needs to embark on their own path of self-improvement. If you're finding these insights helpful, don't forget to like this video. Each like helps spread the message of growth and resilience to others who might need it. And as always, your comments are a valuable part of this community, so let's keep the conversation going. Together we rise. Rule 9. Practice gratitude and positivity. Shift your focus to what truly matters. Gratitude. It's a word we often hear, yet rarely do we pause to appreciate its transformative power, especially during challenging times. After a breakup, it's easy to dwell on what's missing, the absence of her laughter, the void left in your daily routine. But what if you shifted your focus? What if, instead of fixating on loss, you began to see all that remains, all that's still within your grasp? Gratitude is a cornerstone of emotional resilience. When you take the time to acknowledge life's blessings, no matter how small, you rewire your perspective. You start to see abundance where there once seemed to be scarcity. Think about it. The warmth of the morning sun, the support of a close friend, the sense of accomplishment after a productive day. Each of these moments is a reminder that joy exists even amidst heartache. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." In practicing gratitude, you're elevating the quality of your thoughts, choosing to focus on what's good and meaningful. This shift doesn't erase the pain, but it does place it in a broader context, making it more manageable. You begin to see that life's beauty isn't diminished by loss, it's simply reframed. Beyond gratitude, there's an equally powerful tool: positivity. This isn't about forcing a smile or pretending everything is fine. It's about cultivating a mindset that looks for opportunities in adversity. What lessons has this breakup taught you? What strengths have you discovered within yourself? When you embrace positivity, you're not ignoring your pain, you're choosing to grow from it. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of purpose, eager to tackle new challenges and embrace new experiences. Instead of dreading the empty space you once filled, you see it as a canvas for new beginnings. You're no longer waiting for someone to complete you. You're building a life that's full and vibrant on its own. Now let's consider how this mindset affects not only you but also those around you. gratitude and positivity are contagious. When you embody these qualities, you create an environment of warmth and optimism. People are drawn to that energy, including her. She may not understand how you've managed to move forward with such grace, but she'll feel its impact. And in that realization, a seed of regret may begin to take root, not because of any manipulation, but because of the undeniable power of your transformation. But here's the most important part. This journey isn't about her. It's about reclaiming your life and finding peace within yourself. By practicing gratitude and positivity, you align with one of Stoicism's fundamental teachings. True happiness comes from within. No external circumstance, no person, no breakup can rob you of the inner peace you cultivate. As you continue down this path, you'll find that gratitude and positivity become second nature. They'll carry you through not only this chapter, but every challenge that life presents. And in time, you'll look back on this period not with bitterness, but with a deep sense of pride. You'll see it as the moment you chose to rise, to embrace life fully, and to thrive in ways you never imagined. Rule 10. Accept forgiveness and healing. Set yourself free. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. People think it's about excusing someone's actions or reconciling with those who have hurt us. But true forgiveness is an act of liberation. It's about freeing yourself from the chains of resentment and bitterness that keep you tethered to the past. When you forgive, you're not doing it for her. You're doing it for your own peace, your own freedom, your own growth. Think about it. As long as you hold on to anger, you're giving her power over you. Every time you replay the breakup in your mind, every time you feel a surge of resentment, you're allowing her to occupy space in your head and your heart. But when you choose forgiveness, you take back that power. You acknowledge the hurt, but you refuse to let it define you. You say, yes, this happened. Yes, it was painful, but it will not control me. This act of forgiveness is a profound form of healing. Imagine carrying a heavy stone for miles. At first, you might not notice its weight, but as time goes on, it becomes unbearable. Dropping that stone is a release, a lightness you hadn't realized you were missing. Forgiveness works the same way. It allows you to shed the emotional weight that's been holding you back, making space for peace and renewal. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus teaches us that it's not events themselves that disturb us, but our interpretations of them. By forgiving, you change your interpretation of the breakup. You no longer see it as a tragedy or a failure, but as a necessary chapter in your story, a chapter that brought lessons, growth, and strength. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting or minimizing what happened. It means accepting it for what it was and letting it rest in the past where it belongs. It's about finding closure within yourself without needing an apology or validation from her. You close that chapter not because it's painless, but because you've decided it's time to move forward. Here's a powerful exercise. Write down everything you feel about the breakup, the hurt, the anger, the lessons learned. Be as honest and raw as you need to be. Then, when you're ready, destroy that letter. Burn it, shred it, let it go. This symbolic act can be incredibly cathartic, a tangible way of releasing the emotions tied to your past. Now imagine the ripple effect of this healing. With the burden of resentment lifted, you're free to fully embrace the present. You approach life with a renewed sense of clarity and purpose. Your interactions become lighter, your laughter more genuine. The people around you notice the change, including her. When she sees the calm, self-assured man you've become, it may spark regret, a realization that she lost someone who has not only grown but thrived. But by then, her regret will no longer matter. You'll have moved beyond the need for external validation, rooted firmly in the understanding that your worth isn't tied to anyone else's recognition. Forgiveness and healing align perfectly with the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control: your thoughts, your actions, your journey. In the end, this final rule isn't about her at all. It's about you stepping into your full power, unburdened and unbreakable. It's about living a life so rich and fulfilling that no past hurt can dim its light. And when you reach that point, you'll realize that the greatest gift of all was never her regret. It was the unshakable peace and strength you found within yourself. We've journeyed through 10 powerful rules designed not just to help you heal, but to empower you to rise above and become the man you were always meant to be. Each rule, striving for excellence, embracing forgiveness, avoiding idolization, and more, serves as a stepping stone toward reclaiming your confidence, peace, and purpose. Together, they form a blueprint for personal transformation, grounded in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. But let's step back and reflect for a moment. What have you learned about yourself through this process? Perhaps you've realized that your worth isn't tied to someone else's validation. Maybe you've discovered a new passion or rekindled an old one. Or maybe, just maybe, you found a deeper sense of peace, knowing that you have the power to control your own narrative. The truth is, heartbreak doesn't have to be the end. It can be the beginning, a catalyst for growth, resilience, and self-discovery. When you focus on your own journey rather than dwelling on what's lost, you open yourself up to endless possibilities. You begin to attract new experiences, new people, and new opportunities that align with the man you're becoming. And what about her? Yes, there's a good chance she'll regret losing you. She'll see the growth, the confidence, the joy you've cultivated, and she'll wonder how she let someone so extraordinary slip away. But by the time she comes to this realization, you'll have moved far beyond the need for her approval or attention. Her regret will be a mere side effect of your transformation, a testament to the incredible progress you've made. This isn't about revenge or proving a point. It's about embracing the core Stoic principles of self-mastery, emotional resilience, and purposeful living. It's about understanding that your greatest power lies not in changing others, but in changing yourself. As you move forward, keep these rules close to your heart. Let them guide you not only through breakups, but through any challenge life throws your way. Because the truth is, the man who can master himself, his thoughts, his actions, his responses, is a man who can conquer anything. Now it's time for action. Reflect on what you've learned and take the first step toward your transformation today. And remember, this journey is uniquely yours. Embrace it fully and let your growth inspire those around you. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through this transformative process. Here's to your strength, your growth, and the incredible journey ahead. May you continue to thrive, embrace life with open arms, and create a future filled with purpose and fulfillment. Stay strong, stay grounded, and above all, stay true to yourself.